Everybody has the paper? You have a paper, Yosef?
Thank you.
Okay. The question is, after Sikhazisi we learned, the question is why, I mean the piece. The Pashas Maseil, I mean the first line. Lama Kotu Masois. Why the road, the traveling of the Jewish people? Only the place where they came. Read the passage, say like this. They went from here. It says where they traveled, Moshe here, and where they came. You have a piece one over here. There. The question is, Simcha's question is, why the Torah wrote the Masos? Rabbi Shmuel, איפה כל הדרום האמריקאים? מה? כן, צריך, בגלל זה הם לא צריך לקרוא להם. So the question, why the Torah tells you the Masos? They went from here to here. Why it tells you that? They only say the place where they went. What is exactly the question? The question is, if you're talking about Olam Hazeh and Gashmias, so I have a goal to go to the train. That's it. I want to go to take a train to go from here to Shalim to Tel Aviv, Shalim to Be'er Sheva. So it makes a difference how I came to the train. Does it make a difference? And if I go to Tel Aviv, it makes a difference how I came. I came to Tel Aviv. If I have an appointment in Tel Aviv, what makes a difference how you come? So why the Torah has to mention us the traveler coming from place to place? Why? Moshe called him?
Yes.
Now, with this question, Saba Mikelem, what's the basic is give us chizuk and emunah. It means your goal now, Ainyan mikoidem ledaber mechizuk ha'emunah. This, the question, why the Torah tells you from here to here, is to mechazik your emunah. So now, how is this mechazik the emunah? So now he explains you in logic how traveling from place to place is mechazik the emunah. And he gives us a new way how to handle it, our life. Now, if you read the piece, you don't see emunah there. I read the piece 2 days already. It's the third day. I read the piece. You don't see emunah there at all. He sees about pleasure of spiritual pleasure, pleasure of physical pleasure, spiritual, but
How do you define emunah?
very good question.
That would have the answer.
Very good question. Very good question. Very good question. But first get the concept. You see, he has a statement, Chizuk HaEmunah, and he tells us like this. You have the difference in pleasure, physical pleasure, the difference in spiritual pleasure. And he gives it the definitions. He has a kiyum, he has no kiyum. Second thing he says is a result, comes out. By spirituality, it comes out of it here. You have a piece of here, it's definitely here. Oh.
Someone else's. I didn't want to take someone else's.
I have a few more now. So now, we talk about spirituality, V'munah, and we talk about pleasure. So physical pleasure, a person I'd say is with a woman. The pleasure is only for the moment and it's finished. Eating is in the moment and it's finished. So anger, negative. You get anger for the moment and it's finished. There's no, this world is only for the moment. But spirituality, the spirituality things is, it has kiyum, and is also, it has a toloda. Comes out of it. Kiyum has a thing himself, and it has a toloda, it can come out of it, something out of it. It's called pleasure. It can come out of it, pleasure. Something can come out of it. It's not only the thing himself, and it's finished. No. It has here. Does it come? Good details. Now, if I know that, now you said like this. The physical world, Hashem made the world. Hashem is a chacham. Hashem is very smart. Hashem will not do a world that has a world of tissues, no value, no kiyum. By definition, by definition is Hashem wants in this world spirituality, not ruchnius and not the gashmius. Again, if I made a definition between Mo, you got the point, Mo? If I make the difference between physical pleasure and spiritual pleasure, this has value. This says Q. Here, come. You have a piece. You have a piece. You have here. The difference is in physical, gashmias, and ruchnias. So, if I know that difference, so now by definition is this has kiyum and there's no kiyum. So there's no kiyum, so why Hashem made the world? So by definition is, he says, it means we have a shoras hanefesh, a kiyum. It's a kiyum. Also, if it's a kiyum, it's also telling you that I can take after something happened, I can go and look over on it. And I can say, I can enjoy the past, Now, what was this question? The question is why it mentioned the Torah Masos, the traveling from place to place. Why does it say place? Because the answer is because we could take, after 40 years in the desert, we could look over what happened and we could say, wow, this happened, this and that. And we could go back and enjoy all the miracles that Hashem gave us in every step and step. We could see all the steps that we did and able to enjoy and be happy with it and see how we get close to Hashem and every step and step. This is a big thing. But that is only if your condition is, if this world, your goal is spirituality. That means you're doing spirituality. But if you're doing pleasure, there's no continuation. It doesn't go right. It cannot take it and move it for the future. So all the 42 Massahs that all the Jewish people did, is by definition is what? Had a goal b'fnei atzma, and it was spirituality. Every step was a spiritual step. be able to come and say all the 40 years in the desert, Am Yisrael was there. It was a world of spirituality, and we gave it. And this is work. This is a work. How to box a person's life. How to box a person. A person comes at 70 years old, 60 years old, 50 years old. Nothing which age he is. 12 years old, 15 years, every age is no difference. How he looks at the past. So if we look at the past, if you look at the past Gashmias, so his past is finished. But if you look at the past like Ruchnius wise, then like it says in Chazal, listen, is tshuva me'ava. If a person tshuva me'ava, what it says in Chazal, who knows? As doinos, even a person did a sin, it comes to bischuyos. How is that? Again, if you do tshuva me'ava, if a person looks now, after so many years to do tshuva, now he looks, wow, I did tshuva me'ava. It means I'm getting close to Hashem because I love Hashem. So now, how I look at the past, so this comes to be a chona, preparation for what? To get close to Hashem. So everything that happened to me, I explain it and box it in the ruchnius wise. Not pleasure of physical, I box it in a spiritual type of way. What?
I understand.
What's that?
Physical things happen.
I did a sin.
It happened. Now you're going to, in the future, change the past.
How did you exactly?
You're going to change the past?
No. Future, you change the past now. But the moment you look at it in a spiritual type of way, so spirituality has kiyum, and that kiyum is achona, and that preparation for future, to able to grow from in the future that comes, the past helps you for the future. Amen. It comes a mitzvah, and
What
amen.
happened? A person, Chas Hashem, does an
A guy did Aveda.
Avera happened.
Aveda that,
So,
and also every pleasure
you
happened.
could do tshuva for it, but the Avera happened.
Hey, do
You can't
tshuva,
take
very
it
good
away.
question.
You can't
What
take
is the
it away.
koach tshuva?
You can. There's no.
You can't take it away. I'm trying to understand how you take it away from it.
What is this?
Somebody killed someone.
I tell you, where's the Mr. Shlomo? Mr. Shlomo from you? Mr. Shlomo. Yeah, Mr. Shlomo. See, I see Mr. Shlomo there. Mr. Shlomo. I'll show you what I mean. I said the concept. The concept is very sodi. How you handle that he could, with the past, he change it by seeing Hashem's word. Yeah, sure. What do you say? What do you say?
Just explain.
What's it? Wait, here. 1 minute. Yeah. That's what he says like this. Yeah. Eich itaken odom, how a person can metaken, asher ives v'achet kvar nasa. How you can metaken something that you did. I did something bad. So he says like this. B'yois odom, b'yois shav makir chetoi. When you know, you recognize your sin. Umoide boy, umizbon al rosoy. You know what you did bad. B'shov umitcharet charot u'gmuro. Ki akiras haneder, mamash. Ki mitnachem nidakne. Moker de neder. V'yochofetz u'mishtoki mo'lo lo nasa dovo. U'mistab bide akfa naso. והקירס הדובר ביצוע נהיה חש לו כקירס הנדר מסחפר. והאומן שר ממש במציאות ונקע מה שאח שהוא מצטער. The thing that, וזה חסד השם ועד השם. It means, when a boy does tshuva, it says, oiker damaisi mikor. Like a neder. A guy does a neder. And the chacham can remove the neder mikor. When a person tshuva, Hashem is oiker the thing for mikor. Change it. This he says. He says, show me, very dark. So sure. Now,
What?
where's this guy?
On that point,
What he said?
he added that you have to appreciate the hesed that Hashem did, that He made
Right,
that a
he says
reality
that.
can be.
He says that. He
He
says
said
that.
hesed, he said.
He says chesed.
He didn't say appreciate.
He
The
says
Rabbi
chesed.
had appreciate.
He says chesed.
He didn't say appreciate hesed.
Ah,
He
okay,
said
okay.
recognize. Recognize and appreciate.
Okay, he says, okay, I don't know the words there. He said,
The
maybe-
Rabbi father
okay, very
created.
good. Okay, very good. Now let's get there when we get to the concept. How we look on the past. You see, the chiddush is when you look on the past. So it has to. If it's ruchnius, you can take it and pass it for the future. Gashmius is finished, so you cannot even move. It's finished. The chiddush, if you look on the if you look on the past, ruchnius wise, so it comes to be like a achona, preparation for the future. Mimele is it comes like a mitzvah, and it comes to be, and it helps you to go for the future. It comes achona, it comes to me. This is tshuva me'ava. When you think that way, so basically your past comes to be to help you. You can be happy with the past. So how a person helps a healthy situation? He says, listen, I had the past. I did a sin, that's it. So now this will teach me a lesson for my life, future. This will help me to grow this way, that way. So all the past is a teacher, is a preparation for the future. So that is a masos. You look at every step, Hashem, every travel we did, everything is a chana for the future later. Everything preparation for the future. So it mainly is everything comes out with this Hashem. Everything comes out with this Hashem. Because basically how you look at it is the healthy, how to grow from it. How you look at it, how to grow from it and take it and grow from the situation. Even your sin, even in bad. But this Adara, because my goal is Avodas Hashem, I want to get close to Hashem. So even I was not nice, I was bad, I was nasty to my parents, I was chutzpah to my parents, I was not nice, I was nasty, I was cruel to this and that, who knows. But now if your situation, I look at it what? A preparation for the future. I take it and I said, this is my step. I learned here a lesson here. I take my situation, my life, I say, this is my situation. I did it, I did tshuva, and I take it and I learn it for the future. It comes a preparation for next step. Then all your life comes like a traveling. Every step is to help you for the future. Then every step is growth. It's like a puzzle to help you to grow to shleimus. This is the masoros. Every step will teach you. All your traveling, you have to look at it in a positive way, and how you grow from it, and it comes like a achona. So that is only if you look at it in a spirituality way. And it's as you look at it the ruchnius wise, so then, wow, I see this, I grew from it. I will not do it again. This is a lesson. This is a Shulchan Aruch. Tells you don't do it. My mistake is a teaching for later. So that is every step. Not only mistakes, not only situations that I did, I worked hard to get that stage, and that's every step and step it has value from himself, has value. To teach us as a preparation, it has value, it's not smart, it has value, and this basically is to help us to get to the goal of to get close to Hashem. The goal to Hashem. So let's go inside, let's see inside. And Mekoide nadaber bechizuk ha'emunah. So how is mechazik the emunah? What? I mean answer. Second lines from the top, for the first. They call Tov Shin Peites. The Pashas Masay Lama Kotu Masois. Why? The first line. Why is mentioned the Masois traveling? Why? Hoya tzirich tov amoku shenosu l'shom. Tov Shin Peites. Mama Tov Shin Pei Gimel. Sorry, Pei Gimel. Sorry, Pei Gimel. I made a mistake. Tov Shin Pei Gimel. Sorry. V'oid inin ha'masois. Pashas Masay Lama Kosu Masois. Why is mentioned the traveling? Why mention traveling? I travel from here to here. Oh, and not every travel was with a nice traveling. Some of them good, some of them bad. Not every travel in life was, not every situation in life was pleasant and nice. Or in the place where we got here. So why I mentioned Va'inya, Mikon Nechazik Emunah. This is Mechazik the Emunah. Emunah in Hashem. Big Chiddush. Menifla Ma'oid Lamavin. You know what's Nifla Ma'avin? Chaim. Nifla Ma'oid Lamavin. The one understands, is excited. Nifla, what's Nifla? I mean, wow. The one understands this thing is Nifla. What's Nifla Chaim?
Amazing.
Amazing. If you understand what is going here, is amazing. Ma'oid. Wow, very amazing. A very nifla. This mama we learn now is tremendously amazing to tell you, wow, what's going on here. Yadanu ki poel chacham. If a chacham does an action, does a pula, kol ma sheyuchal lo yimar, everything you can say on him, kidvaro b'aska yote. Everything you can say on him, you would say is words doing with a lot of seichel. If he's chacham, everything he does, he does with seichel. V'nochon adova, he really can say, ki kavoneseinu le'ames. Our kavon is for emes. Ki beli sefek, not no sofek, a chacham agodl, if chacham agodl is smart chacham, is like Hashem, ma'isi yoda baskole yiseichel. His actions, his pa'ulos, is what he does in his hand, is very smart, very logical. Being odom amaskim is born in a person smart and he thinks about and he pays attention to actions. Where kianois agashmius enukim, the pleasure of gashmius has no kiyum, has no existing. Keep koidim shenene, before you enjoy it, eino nene, it has no pleasure. V'achano, eftano, kvarov adolach. Olach v'over, there's nothing there. Before pleasure is nothing. After pleasure is nothing. Lo kei manoas ruchnius. Not, what? And he does another pleasure. But there's no pleasure. It's only the pleasure himself, and nothing before and after. Not the same way the pleasure of spirituality. After you have learning by his boilus and you think and his boinen chaim yemi, also you enjoy it. 7 lines from the top. His boinus gam kenene. I by his bonus, 7 lines to the top. Vayizboinus gam kenen ekozman sheniskar. Boheneneme misanigmen. Every time you remember, wow, remember what I learned, I had tremendously pleasure.
Okay, just 1 second. What about I remember when I was swimming in the ocean? You can also get vicarious pleasure from remembering your physical activities. Okay, that I got you. Not a problem.
Ein bohem overcome. There's no past at all. There's no past. There's more kiyum. He says more. I don't say it's nothing at all. There's something, but not the same way if the spirituality enjoys. You know, I met one of the Rosh Yeshivas of one of the Mashgichim, one of my sons, my brother's Yeshiva. After 30 years, he said, wow. After so many years, wow, I remember he answered Kasha Kivega. And he enjoyed it, he says, I enjoyed it till today, he said to my father. 30 years passed from the case happened, but he answered Kasha Kivega. Until now, he enjoys how he answered Kasha Kivega. By learning the Torah, he can enjoy it. A person understands deep this is something. There's no past. Like I enjoy myself a Shiur. I said a Mussar Shiur. You said you can enjoy even after 10 years or 20 years after. There's no past. You can enjoy a Mussar Shiur. A Chiddush you heard from the Rosh Yeshiva. A Chiddush you can enjoy. The koyach you can enjoy unbelievable. Im came. Mimele yuvan ki muvan. You understand? Ki por la chacham. The chacham, when he does the action, the tachlis hashteimus v'aboyres va. Hashem actually does it complete. Kivish shebriyas ha'odon lefaras ha'yiter keves. Hashem, the creation of the person, human being, it makes it has most kiyum. Da'ainu anoz ruchnius. If Hashem wants us, Hashem created human being, He wants us to have something as kiyum. So by definition, He wants to have pleasure. That is what? Ruchnius and not physical. Because physical goes away. So it cannot be our pleasure is pleasure, physical pleasures. We have to have in our life spirituality pleasures. If you ask the Yeshiva be alive today, you will say, day. Whatever you do, you have to do it, you have to picture Hashem in the picture. Now, V'nika b'teva abriya, ki odom nivra lepulas olis kemes. Hashem made it, the teva, the bria, you see, that it created for spirituality. V'zeh moifis choitech, l'shoras ha'nefesh. This shows you that nefesh will be kiyum. Ki b'ladea hadena, edna, because all the pleasures after the person dies, but it is physical pleasure, it's finished. Must be, we have pleasure of spirituality. Where's the pleasure of Hashem's creation? If it's only for physical, we die, so there's nothing there. By definition, it has to be spirituality. Spirituality has kiyum. Spirituality, the Ma'aseh Hashem made the world for ruchnius. And not physical. Not physical. He wants us to have. This world is a ruchnius world. What is this world? Is what? Ruchnius world.
The physical help the spiritual.
What?
The physical help
the physical is really ruchni. The physical is what? Ruchni. Not the physical. The physical is ruchnius. If you look at the physical pleasure, it's ziva chachadeyu. You drink, you do kiddush. And then you drink the cup of wine. You join physical or you do spiritual. So this is the kiddush. Every action has 2 parts in it. Every action has 2 parts. I do kiddush and I drink the cup of wine. So now I drink, everything has physical pleasure physical and pleasure spiritual. Our focus has to be on the spiritual pleasure. And that has cue. Because if you think of the physical, it's finished. If you think they take this food and I'm making a mitzvah now. I make a mitzvah of making kiddush when I drink the wine, and the Torah tells me to enjoy it. The Chacham would say I have to enjoy kiddush because it's a sham tia oineg is a mitzvah to enjoy. So I'm doing a mitzvah of enjoyment. So it comes what? Not physical, it comes spiritual. So every part has two parts to it. And the chiddush is we have to do what? Look on the world, not the physical eyes glasses. We have to be a what? Spiritual. Every physical, you have to look at it in a spiritual way. Then it has what? Nitzchi has kiyum, and every physical, every pleasure you do has a kiyum. You continue.